Good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. Yesterday was the first Yartzeit for 6 beautiful young people. Rachel Goldberg-Polin, Carmel Gat, Aden Yerushalmi, Almog Sarusi, or Danino, and Alex Lubinov. They had been captured on October 6, 2023. They had been wounded. They had been tortured for almost a year. And then they were murdered a year ago yesterday by terrorists. An IDF investigation into the murder of these 6 hostages by Hamas terrorists shared with the families in December that the military did not have any concrete or real-time intelligence on the hostages being held there in the weeks before they were killed, but had general indications that Israeli abductees could be in the area. The IDF believes that after spotting Israeli forces approaching the area, the terrorists guarding the hostages decided to execute them. Daniel Gordis writes, "Reasonable minds can differ about whether or not to end the war. Reasonable minds can disagree about what we should do next to try to get the hostages before they die of intentional starvation. Reasonable minds can differ as to whether Hamas can really be destroyed, about whether to permanently reoccupy parts of Gaza, about whether to build more settlements in Judea and Samaria, about whether to use a carrot or a stick to get the Haredim to join the army, about what to do when the judicial reform issue comes roaring back, which is likely, about whether there will ever be peace. Reasonable minds can fairly disagree about a lot of things here, and they do. But reasonable minds cannot disagree about what is the right thing to do, what is the most basic human thing to do when 6 hostages who are citizens of the country of which you are the government are found murdered in cold blood in a Hamas tunnel in Gaza. I cannot imagine the life of Rachel Goldberg-Polin. I cannot imagine what it was like when their son Hersh was kidnapped. I cannot imagine what her life was like when he was murdered a year ago. I cannot imagine her life now when there are still hostages being held in Gaza for over 640 days. Somehow, and I imagine she doesn't understand this either, but she has managed to become a voice heard around the world. And we have shared her voice many times. A quiet, firm, thoughtful, eloquent voice that touches millions and deeply touches me. Allow me to share Rachel's words verbatim that she said the other day, which in this case may be hard to hear, but I feel very necessary. Her words appear on the Facebook page of an Israeli organization, Democracy Now! And this is what she said on the occasion of her son's first Yartzeit. What is very painful for us is after Hersh was killed a year ago, there are 68 members of the Knesset in the ruling coalition. So you know there are 120 members of the Knesset. The ruling coalition, which makes up the government, and they have the majority, is 68 members. She said, my mother is so innocent and thinks the best of everything, thinks the best of everyone. So I asked her this question. After Hirsch's murder a year ago, how many of the 68 members of Knesset of the governing coalition reached out to us? Maybe just with an emoji. Maybe some of them are not good with words. Maybe they were worried that they might get blamed for something, but how about a heart emoji? Or how about one word? Tanchumim. Be comforted. From these 68, she asked her mother, how many of the 68 reached out in such a way? And you know what her mother said? 68. And do you know how many in truth did that? 1. 2 sent form letters. 1 sent an app message, a WhatsApp message. And you will remember, says Rachel, our approach was never to scream, never to yell. There were people who cried with us, hugged us. But to this day, it's now a year later, I have never heard from any of those 68. And to be honest with you, she said, it's not that I'm hurt. Rather, I am worried because I don't know what that means. I don't think they hate me. I don't think they hate Hersh. I don't think they wanted Hersh dead. So it's concerning. Because it's not proper behavior. It's not human decency And it's not giving dignity to a family that lost a huge piece of their identity and their life. Hirsch Goldberg-Polin, Carmel Gott, Eden Yerushalmi, Almog Sarusi, Or Danino, and Alex Lubinov. May their memories make us better. My friends, I wish you a good day, and I look forward to seeing you soon in person.